I was wrong. If you watched this video a while ago, you'll know that I claimed a standard 18-gram dose was harmful to the quality of espresso on domestic machines. I explained the reason was due to a lack of headspace above the puck. And that was false, or at least incomplete. So shortly after the video's publication, I pinned a comment explaining why. Feel free to go read it and watch the video if you want full context, but today I'm explaining why my opinion has changed and why I think closing that gap and using the recommended dose for your basket size may be much more beneficial. Let's quickly define in simple terms what brewing espresso is. Espresso is a percolation brewing method that uses high pressure to push water through finely ground coffee. One of the main struggles of a high pressure brewing method like espresso is uniformity and consistency, having an even flow of water through the puck and out the other end without channeling or leaving any under-extracted patches. To mitigate the hectic nature of espresso, we alter the grind size, declump and redistribute the grounds, and practice correct tamping technique. But another equally important step for uniform extraction, and one that's less talked about, is how quickly water is introduced to the space above the puck. The dead space between the puck and the shower screen should be filled quickly to ramp up to an even 9 bars of pressure across the puck and to begin percolation. If the headspace isn't filled quickly or in a controlled manner, the puck can experience uneven pressure or no pressure at all, which can cause more immersion-like brewing conditions at the beginning of the shot. This semi-immersion brewing in the beginning can cause the espresso to lose some body and that strong espresso flavour. So how do we avoid this and ensure the puck is saturated quickly and evenly? Some high-end machines have the ability to control the water debit. That is the amount of water that exits the group head per second. And on those, it's just as simple as turning a knob and increasing the flow all the way. But unfortunately, not all of us have high-end machines. So the only other way of closing that gap quicker is by making the gap smaller, increasing the amount of coffee in the basket. Now, if you're using the recommended dose for the basket and roast level of coffee you're using, you don't have to worry about this and your espresso is probably just fine. But if you're underdosing your basket, you may want to consider increasing your dose, depending on what your aim is for your espresso profile. If you want a full-bodied complex espresso that cuts through milk easily, then using the dose your basket is designed for might be the way to go. But if you want a slightly less intense shot that's a bit more filter-like and delicate, then slightly underdosing could be an option too. And that's all for today's video. How does your espresso change in flavour when you use a smaller or larger dose? Do you find that it changes a lot? Do you have a preference? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you liked this video and want to see similar content in the future, subscribe, turn on notifications, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you again soon.